creative. Kind of show you guys a little bit of what I do in creative when I go in there. Maybe I'll give you guys some ideas or help you figure some things out that you guys might be struggling to figure out on there, or maybe you guys can shoot me some pointers on things that you like to do in creative, and we can try it out and see what happens. It's been a minute since I've been in here, so I don't even remember what it looks like. We'll just go in here and check it out, and might have to reset it. I don't know if there's a bunch of stuff. It looks empty, so it looks like it's got some stuff. Let's see here. So if you're new to creative, if you double jump, you can fly. Double jump again and it lets you down. No damage taken while you're in build mode. To control that, you hit, let's see if I can figure it out here. Is it like this? And it was an options right here. Okay, so on my PlayStation controller, it's the big rectangle pad on the controller. You hit it, and this controls your speed when you're flying, and you can also control other things as far as like if you can go through objects and stuff like that. So we'll just leave it at where it's at, and it seemed to be fine. But if you're moving too fast or too slow, you can adjust it there. The phone, you access it on PlayStation using your triangle button, and once you open it, you can see on the left side there's other options. If you hit the up button, it opens your inventory, and that opens all this stuff, and you can use your top triggers on your controller to scroll through the tabs in front of you. So looks like the R1 L1 controls your main tabs, and then R2 L2 control your sub tabs on the bottom. So let's just go over the main tabs first. You have My Island, which is going to be any rules or anything that you want to set with your island. You can also go through these sub tabs, and there's you got game, you got settings, so you know what time of day, max health, so what health you start out with and how much health you can get. You can scroll on over through all these and just scan through them. This is also where you reset your island, so say you're burned out on your island and want to reset it, you can go right here and reset it. Set a description for your island if you like, and you can also grant permissions on here. So if you have some of your friends in here with you, you can go into the permissions settings right here and it will allow them to either be private or everyone for island build. Um, it'll just allow them to be able to build if they want, or you can keep them from building. Um, we'll scroll back over and we'll go to creative tab here, and we'll start off to the left here. You got your prefab buildings, which you can filter out over here on the left hand side. You can just pick on whether you want castle or paradise, just different categories you can choose from. But you can go through all these buildings, and if you hit the triangle button on the PlayStation controller on any of these, it's going to do is open them. And when you open it, you can select any item that's in that build and just specifically select that. So if there's a table, or if there's some type of flooring or some type of accessory that you like one of these mats or anything that you see, you can take that specific item, and you don't have to grab the whole building, because it is hard to remove things when it's not that hard, but it does take some work to remove items when you set them. So if you set the whole building just to get one item, that can be aggravating. So as you can see, we already got some buildings set up here, and these were just prefab buildings that we just placed on the ground here. Kind of got the grass growing into it, and it's just however you set it. Now if you see, we're gonna double jump so we can go through. You can see how the floor just barely goes through the ground. You can adjust it to get it however you'd like it. If you don't want the overgrown look of grass growing into it, or you want it to be an actual nice smooth floor, you just have to adjust it a little bit. But me, I wanted a little more rustic, overgrown look on this. A little access window right here. If you bust it out, you can get in there. And to be honest, I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. Let's check it out. It's been a while since I've been on here, like I said. So far I'm digging this. It's not looking like something I'd want to get rid of. Now something, when you have the phone open, remember triangle to open the phone. Now anything, I'm in my creative tool pretty well, so anything that I look at with my pointer, it highlights it. Now I can take my R2 trigger and I can select anything in here, and it's gonna copy that. So say we want to add another one of these fires, we can R2, click on it, and we can take it and we can move and put one of these fires out right here also. Now when you're placing something, if you look off to the left, you'll see what's called Grid Snap 16. So you've got the little squares, and the lower the number, the more area is going to move up and down and over around than if, say, you have it set on 32. You can kind of move it just a little bit more, or a little less. But you drop your grid snap down to, say, 4. Let's see here. Let's set the grid snap. I'll set it on 8. And then now also, if you hit the right, you can set the axis that you rotated on, which I was accidentally hitting that, so I was just showing you that as well. So you can see we're kind of dropping through the floor when we set this, so let's lower our grid, or let's higher our grid snap to a higher number than what we had at 4. Let's raise it up to about, say, 32 here. So now we should be able to place it just like that. Let's see. I'd like to put some type of barrier going through here, so we want to kind of continue this flooring out. So If you look at an item and you click the left button on it, it deletes it on the directional pad. So I want to extend this on out. Like we were talking about the snap, you can see now when I'm setting this floor how it's going to be hard to snap that together with it being on a grid snap of 32. So we're going to lower that number to about 8. Maybe even lower than that. We'll just have to see here. Alright, we lowered it a little more. Right there. Oh. Okay, for some reason it's going to drop the item. Let's delete that. Let's grab that. Okay, so object placement, the drops, we're going to shut it off. So now when we drop this item, which you can see how it's kind of pushed back, if I use my up and down on the directional pad, it kind of gives it, pulls it closer to me. You see now it's on top of me, but we want to adjust this grid snap to a little, set it to maybe 8, right about there. So now you can see when I drop the item, it didn't just fall, it actually extended it on out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to use it. So you want to push that out a little bit, we don't want to pull that in close to us. But I want to set this okay, so okay, get this so it drops through. I'm gonna have to drop on down. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I think I'm just gonna extend it on out and maybe use some steps like this to come up on it. Like that. I like that. And we're going to delete those. I'd like to find another set with the railing on the opposite side. Maybe right here. So we can put them together. Like so. So that gives us a good entrance way. Let's see. Take this. Take off that grid snap. Alright, so you kind of get an idea of a little bit how to do the snap grid, and like I said, the R2 button, if you have the phone and creative tool out, you can snap anything and duplicate it. So now one thing to keep in mind, if you do have to mantle or something while you have something like this being duplicated or copied, it will take it away and you'll have to go copy it again. Alright, so if you want to add any chest, we can go through these sub tabs over to, there's devices here, and devices has this icon right. There should be one that's a fancy looking chest right there. There we go. And this is something that you can place now by, let's go back to that so I can explain that. When you select this, you hit X on it, and then you can see how above each box there's a different directional pad or a button. You select that button and it's going to assign that button to that. to then. Alright, so you can see we have these chests selected. We can take them, place them down. And now from here we can get Alright, so placed all of our ammo boxes. We can go out here, we can grab, say, these chests. And let's set one of these right here. There's a special chest. So we probably could set one of these, or two of these maybe. Right here. We're building our own level, guys. Alright. We're gonna grab us some chests, and we're gonna place a few chests through here now. There's one right there. Let's say one right here. back to this, I feel like we should have a fire next to the water, so again, under devices, there should be fire. Let's see if we can find it here. Alright, so we're done with our chest. We'll just go ahead and use the triangle again. And we can set the fire right there. White dome around it, you can see, is if it's going to re-heal you, where you have to be standing near the fire. Now we can go up to the fire, hit square, and it's going to bring up the options. Can be lit, yes or no. We want yes. Start lit, no. Can be extinguished, yes. Campfire zone size. Now this is that white dome I was talking about. We can lower it to make it a little bit closer. So we'll say 4, square. Now you can see the white dome shrinks. It brings it in closer. So if I'm standing out here, that's not going to heal me up. If I'm in here, it's going to heal me up. Now, health per pulse. We're going to turn it up a little bit. That way it heals us up a little bit quicker. Uses wood. No. Wood consumption per pulse. Max wood capacity 30. Okay. So now, in a perfect world, that should, when you go up to it, it should heal you up. Now, after setting the settings on it, that's when you want to take your phone out. And if you want to set it anywhere else, now that you set your settings, instead of having to do that over and over, now copy it, and now's the time to copy it and move it around. Or you can be like me, just set it down wrong and then delete it without the settings, but that's okay. We'll go in and just change this back to 4, and we have to set about 20. Alright. So now I'll grab some more of these. Oh, we lost them. That's okay, we can do this. That's good too. You've done it again. That tastes good. Fresh cantaloupe, you can't beat it. Alright, so kind of get the gist of how we can get these prefabbed containers without having to set anything up before them. Or go ahead and delete all of them now. Now, if you want to create your own chest, you also have that option. You can come over here and go to any weapon that you want to put in there. So say we want to build one with one of my favorite guns, the Boom Sniper Rifle. We'll take that and just hit square on it. And now you can see our chest has one on it. It's added one item to it. Might as well, if we're going to make a chest like this, we'll throw us in a nice high-stat explosive assault rifle. And I mean, I think that's good enough on the weapons. Maybe a shotgun. We'll throw us in a good shotgun. And then we will go down here to our ammo. We'll add some heavy ammo in there. I think we had some shotgun. And that should be it. Now we can take and hit that's everything that we want. So now we can go over to our chest and we can create a chest or create a llama. So you can see all the items that we've placed in there, and like I said, we can create a llama. I'm gonna create a chest. So now that I've created that chest, it doesn't really matter where you place the first one, because you're just gonna grab your phone, you're gonna take it like you did the other chest, and now you can take it and duplicate it and move that chest wherever you want to. So that chest is gonna be one heck of a chest. If somebody gets a hold of it, that's good loot. We're gonna try to take these and limit them. We don't want to put too many. Maybe 2 at each tower. So I'm thinking for this one, we might set up some AIs that walk around, and we'll create it so whoever kills the most AIs within a certain time frame wins. If you have any suggestions or ideas of game modes that you'd like to see created, just let me know. I'll try to create them here in creative. So I'm gonna put this one right here. Okay, we just put that one right there. We don't want to do that there. I'll take mine out. He'll go right here. Right back there. Perfect. Alright, so they both have that same dangerous chest. Must have built a sky bridge last time I was on here. So we've got 2 towers right here. That's going to be a pretty good station for somebody that lands in this area. There's tons of loot. They've got some places to heal up. Now we can create some ways to do some fishing in this water. We could do that. Maybe build a little dock out here. Let's go to our phone, go to our inventory. Let's go on over to our prefab buildings and find us something that has a fishing dock on here. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so we can use like these stilted cabins. We can open it up And we can take these piers here, the stilts, and we can make those. We'll use that. And should be it. Maybe we can get a rocking chair here. I'd like to have a cooler just for decoration. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and set up our piers here. I don't want it so high out. Just want to sit on top of the water, so we're gonna come down here. It's not letting me drop it, so I may have to build it up a little bit, which is okay, I guess. I'm not sure what that was. Alright, so let's go back into our inventory to this cabin, open it up and get those steps. So then we can take our steps. Make it sound like you're really underwater. Alright. So we do have our decking board. We can go ahead and start laying it. And let's go ahead and build our steps going up. So we got our little dock built here. We put some accessories on here. Let's see if we can put some fishing poles on here. So if I want to fish, we'll go to our devices. I think there's barrels with fishing poles. There we go. And we'll replace. We don't need the pier boards no more. And we'll just set us up. Should give us some fishing poles. We should be able to search those. And how fun would it be without AI? So let's go ahead and set us an AI spawner real quick before we end this video, so we can play this around. Right here. Now, similar to the bonfire, we can go in and edit the options, go up to it and hit square. We can change what this spawns, different avatars. I usually set random. How many guards we want it to spawn when it spawns. We'll say 4. Can they spawn through walls? I typically take that off. That just allows them, like if there's a building in their spawn circle, they'll spawn sometimes inside the circle or inside the building. Spawn on patrol path group, so you can change the spawn on patrol path group. So whoever you can assign it to a team in a way. Let's see. You can adjust their health and their shield. So if you want to make them a little tougher, you can add some shield to them. And you can up their max health to way more than what it should be. And we can set the time for the spawn. Let's see here. It's different settings on here. You can enable when receiving from, disable when receiving from. You can add those to it. Different options. There should be a spawn timer every 3 seconds. So after, okay, so here's where you assign the team. You can assign it to team 1, or and you can set it to, if you have a game going, and you can set it to different teams. Spawn timer, we're going to go with 3 seconds on it, and we're going to raise their health up to 200, make them a little harder to kill, and we'll leave it at that. So I should be able to adjust their spawn circle as well. Let's go and take a look. So should be able to, okay, spawn radius, so we're at 10 meters right now. We can adjust that up to about 50 meters. So now you can see that circle. They're going to spawn anywhere within that circle. So you can also set the distance that they can detect. Patrol options, enable patrol, so that makes them walk around. You can disable that so they just stand still. That's enable only when, I don't know where, visibility range restriction. Okay, you can set their accuracy. Can be higher, yes, no. So you can set pretty much all the options that you would want to on these AIs. So now we've got that, and we've got some stuff set out. Let's go back into our phone, and we're going to try to set up some options real quick. So we're going to go to our island options to set up our rules. We're going to go to game, And let's see, we want to allow max of, let's say 4 players to start. It's going to be a free for all. We'll go for free for all. Team size, dynamic, spawn limit, 1 spawn. So if you die, that's it. So it's letting you choose after your last spawn, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to spectating? Total rounds, 1 round, team rotation. Fastest time wins. All teams must finish their game. Win conditions. So we want to set these conditions for most score wins. Eliminations to end. Off. AI enemy eliminations to end. So we'll say first one to say 30. So you can choose your spawn, so you can choose whether you're going to fly in from the sky or if you want spawn pads. We're going to say let's come in from the sky. We didn't set any spawn pads down. We set the time of day to around noon, 1 o'clock. So the gamer win display time 3 seconds. So this is going to show us kind of like our scoreboard options. Use team score, yes. Show resource for so let's go ahead and give this a try. Hit square here and see what happens. See, there's 1 person. People right there. As you can see, the guards aren't doing their thing. They're just kind of all going to one spot. Let's see what they do. Glitched out. Oh. Alright guys, so that's what we've created so far. Add to it later on. Oh, we're about to die right here on our bridge. Check our fires to see if our fires still work. We are healing up, let's do it. We healed up fast, that's what we wanted. They got me. Alright guys, that's it for today, and just like and subscribe as always, and if you enjoy watching this and learning a little bit about creative mode, comment down below, let me know what you'd like to see me build next. We can continue a little bit to build on this eventually. If it's what y'all want to see, just let me know. Thank y'all for watching.